Can open my bones. What's good? What is poppin'? What's up? What's
You've changed, Joe, like I did when I went through puberty. Hey, you guys feel like playing some baseball? Excuse me, I'm gonna go masturbate.
I'm about to test you to see if you're left brain or right brain dominant. Okay, firstly, look at this horse and see which way it's walking for you. If it's walking forward, you're a left brain person. This means you like to think more logical and analytical, and you see the world in numbers and formulas. But if you see this horse walking backwards, this means you're a right brain person. You're more creative, intuitive, and you see the world through emotions and feelings. However, if you see the horse walking forwards and backwards, you're considered very smart and have a high IQ. Which way is the horse walking for you? I'm about to test you to see if you're left brain or right brain dominant.
Every time you lie, this lie detector is going to make a beep sound. So just tell me the truth, but let's cut to the chase. Where were you today? I was at school. Beep. All right. I went to the cinema with my friends. Beep. All right. I was at my friend's house and we were drinking and we were smoking. Come on, man. When I was your age, I never did anything like that. I was just in the park with my friends. Beep. He really is your son, isn't he?
What my brother wants is he wants my parents to pick science. That's what he wants.
You know what I want, Ledge? I want you to stop saying my parents and instead say our parents. Because I am part of this family too. You have made me an outcast throughout all of this. Talk to any of our friends and ask them who is cool for the most. All of them will say you have literally made my life a living hell. And all for what? Views? Subscribers?
What my brother wants is he wants.
So everybody, we're gonna get the girls to go first and then the boys.
I find that offensive. Don't call us girls. That's sexist.
But that's what you are, a fucking girl.
Don't call us that.
Do you have a pussy and tits? Answer me, do you have a pussy and tits?
Yes, I do.
Then you're fucking girl. Shut up.
Women cheat way more than men. Cool, now that I got y'all attention, y'all better pay attention. Women will 100% more cheat more than men. But let me tell you why. The average girl will have plenty of guys throwing themselves at her just because she's remotely attractive. While the average guy has to sit there and twiddle his thumbs. But here come the girls.
Men cheat way more than women. Who hurt you? You're just saying that because you're single.
First of all, Karen, I get plenty. Second of all, men cheat differently than women. When a man cheats, he's doing it just for the sex. But when a woman cheats, she's doing it for some sort of emotional attachment. And for the immature people who think cheating is just sex, please leave. If you are allowing any opportunity for you to do something sexual with someone who's not your physical partner, you're cheating. I'm talking sneaky links, hidden messages, that ex you won't get rid of. If you're leaving any room for it to happen, it's cheating. And the only reason y'all say men cheat more is because we get caught more. Hit that follow for a part 2.
The most amazing saves ever caught on camera. This man came back to his house burning in flames. He was worried about one thing, and that was his dog being in there. The fireman told him not to go back in, but he was determined to save his best friend. Everyone around thought he wouldn't make it out alive. But just moments later, he came running out of the burning house safely with his beloved dog. This man was surfing on a wave when he fell off his board, but the only problem was there was a huge wave coming straight for him. Thankfully, a jet skier was close by and tried saving him before he was crushed alive. On his save, the wave was inches away from crushing both of them. Amazingly, they both came out safely. If the jet skier waited a couple more seconds, they both would have been crushed. This mother's child nearly fell off the balcony. Everyone who saw this was absolutely terrified. But thankfully, this mother had very fast reflexes and saved her child. The most
Hey, look at that boy Jamal with that big ass head. Ain't no hat fitting on there.
No.
My head big? Wait, don't you got AIDS?
saved her child. The most
Hey,
Look at that boy Jamal with that big ass head. Ain't no hat fitting on there.
Spirits in my head and they won't go. I got guns in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't.
My man hiding a baseball in his tongue. Fruta, how's he not gagged? Just go, But Fruta, what is wrong with this man? Well, more than likely, he's got what we call macroglossia. Macroglossia simply means huge tongue. That being paired with the fact that he can use his muscles to puff up his tongue makes that thing look abnormally large. Having a big tongue can cause you to have an open bite. It can even cause you to snore. You can treat it by cutting it off, but it'll probably just grow back.
This is John McEnroe, voice of Never Have I Ever. I'm using Squarespace to go from tennis legend to voice legend. And I have all kinds of swag. Check out my website, johnmcenroe.squarespace.com.
Insert intro here. TikToks.
How different foods pass through my intestines. Pasta. Taco Bell. Dairy.
I guess someone's lactose intolerant.
A single lettuce. Beans.
Beans are good for your heart. Because they have fiber. You thought I was going to say something else. Now, actually, everything goes through your digestive system like this. Because of peristalsis.
Only people under the age of 25 can hear this sound.
So I should be able to hear it considering I'm older than 25. I will not say how much older. I hear it!
Did you hear it?
Yeah! Does that mean I'm younger than 25? My ears are younger than 25? Honestly, the most important thing you can do to save your ears to hear stuff like this, not for this, but for life, is to not listen to your headphones, especially the ones that are noise canceling or plug your ears, at more than 60% volume. If you hang out to the 50-60, that's the safe zone for your ears. Trust me on this. Oh no, don't be... We don't operate with butter knives. Keep it away from your mouth. A butter knife, not so sharp. Scalpel, on your tongue, no bueno, for a myriad of reasons. Our poll! Our poll made it into a TikTok! Meme game, fire. Organ, brain, poll, fire. No, because I think there should be an organ Olympics. Like, if there was an Olympics... Oh, hey, Bear. If there was an Olympics for something... Bear, would you participate in the organ Olympics? Bear, I would never harvest your organs. I will not ever harvest your kidneys.
6 months ago, I went on a journey to transform my body.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah! You have to wake up every single day and put the work in.
Wow.
You have to want it. You're going to feel the pain.
That's pretty good.
And that's exactly why I haven't started. This is my friend Oleg.
That's funny, you got me. I was about to give him props and all that. And Oleg's a Russian name, so shout out to my fellow Ruski. Много людей спрашивают меня, если я разговариваю по-русски. Я разговариваю по-русски, но мне не нравится. Только с папой. Is that Miracle Whip? Hot sauce? A1 sauce? Is this a mealtime video? Pam, no. I've said before that you are not a chicken in a pot. You are not a chicken in a pot. You are not a stove. But I wouldn't recommend doing that on your skin. It's going to make it all sticky and clog your pores. I'm trying to get some medical information out to you, and I'm just struggling hard on this one.
Put you on something, okay? My boyfriend is over. I got a little hickey.
A hickey is really just like a superficial bruise.
This!
Whoa, that's an aggressive hickey.
You're gonna take him on a whisk, and you're gonna whisk your neck like some freaking Sunday morning eggs.
I would just take a cold spoon and hold it there like I would for any bruise, and it would also go away. I mean, essentially what's happening here is, if it's a cold whisk, better, because it's going to shunt away some of that blood and slow down the bruising. By doing the whisking, you're actually breaking up the blood that's already there. I just wouldn't recommend it. It's like not a place that you should be whisking. It's not that serious. Wear a scarf. Turtlenecks. Turtlenecks are cool. Ask The Rock.
Okay, guys, I just found a real-life glitch, and I have to know if anyone else can see it.
Okay, so you are going to stare at this plus sign in the middle of these two faces, and you're going to focus all of your energy right there. Let your eyes rest, and as you are looking at this plus sign, the faces on the left and right are going to start to distort into some crazy alien-looking shapes, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
What? What is supposed to happen?
The faces didn't seem strange to you?
They did. I just assumed that they were strange faces.
Watch it and look at the faces.
Oh, really?
As you are looking at this plus sign, the faces on the left and right are going to start to distort into some crazy alien-looking...
Interesting. I wonder why this happens. I think it has something to do with your eyes focusing on a dark color, and then you're only paying attention to the lighter colors of the faces and the way that they're shaded. There's something happening here that I can't explain quite well, because I'm a family medicine physician and I need some kind of evolutionary biologist here to help me with this one. Lifeline, please. Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys something. Let me know what you guys think.
Okay. Wow, she can suck in her belly. I used to be able to do that when I was a kid, and that would freak everybody out. Yeah, so she could suck in her abdomen and kind of push all her organs, smush them together.
Close. Open. Bad songs to listen to. Open. Open. Oh.
I have a feeling that's not what happens and he's playing a joke on us. I remember I met a really cool girl, Angel, at a conference, and she was showing me how her prosthetic arm worked. And I remember that it actually had electrodes that connected to her arm that allowed her to control some of the fingers and motions that it does. I don't know if this is the same model, but it was a funny clip nonetheless. He lost the weight in the trash can. He's cutting his calories and watching. Very specific. I like it. That reminds me of the meme with cut my carbs. Oh, that's good. I actually have one in my kitchen.
Things that don't belong in your body, part 7. The image behind me is an X-ray of someone's lower abdomen and pelvic area. And, yeah.
Is that a goop jade egg? Because that's what I feel like it is. And recently they just got in trouble for something with this. Do not get your medical advice from goop. Someone has really good control of their scapula, also known as their shoulder blade here. Interesting. Something that we look for in medicine known as scapular winging, where your scapula on one side kind of sticks out, almost like that. Usually happens as a result of damage to nerves or muscles in the area. But I don't know if that's what this patient has, or they just have hypermobility of their scapula.
Pizza Hut's Detroit-style pizza is back. Create your own or pick from 3 signature recipes. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
I feel like this has a medical term, macroglossia, I believe it's called. Let's use a little Google search here. Macroglossia? Yep, macroglossia is a medical term for an unusually large tongue. Look at that. It's like I went to med school and all. Now, obviously, because the tongue is in your mouth and it can obstruct your airway, you can have problems with breathing, with sleep apnea. If, God forbid, you develop an anaphylactic attack, how much faster that becomes a problem than the average person is clear. So you really have to be monitored and tracked by probably an ear, nose, and throat specialist. If I had a patient like this, I would ask them to have an ENT that they at least follow up with on a regular basis.
So I have pneumographia, which means whenever I touch my skin, it turns red and freaks out. So you can see I touch my face, I can write on my skin, which is cool, but also it can be kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's really problematic, especially because her skin is so gentle that it happens that way. It's literally happening to pressure, and you get like this histamine-induced response. I've never seen it to be so sensitive that you touch and it happens. That's really unique. I have to look more into that.
Throwback to when men didn't know we had to peel off layers of our skin after our period.
I'm assuming this has nothing to do with the menstrual cycle. This is...
Well. The accusations just never stop. Now, look, I've done many subliminal message videos before, and in fact, I retired the series because I simply ran out of songs. Turns out the rap community has a whole bunch of their own. I didn't know. And I think it all started with the tragic death of rapper known as XXXTentacion, and ever since, people have been suggesting that he foreshadowed his own death in his songs. And I believe that this whole event sparked a whole new generation of subliminal message finders. That's the international... Yeah. So we're gonna test a few today, particularly the ones involving XXXTentacion. So... why don't we start with X's song, Jocelyn Flores. I know your song. And this song ends with this lyric right here. And some people have claimed that if you play that backwards, you hear this. A lot of people suggest that this was foreshadowing his death. I must go now. I admit it does kind of sound like he's saying that, but there's only one way to find out if he did. We're gonna give this the vocal test. I am going to sing the supposed subliminal message without any music so we can hear it nice and clearly to give it a proper test. And record. Must go now, must go now. So now I'm going to reverse that clip. Luckily, my program allows me to reverse clips easily. And now when we listen to this back, it should sound like I'm saying the original lyric. And if it doesn't, then we can safely assume that X didn't intentionally hide this message. Let's see if we get the original lyrics. One look, some. One look, some. Okay, what? One look, some. One look, some. I know some. I know some. I know some. I don't know. I'm easily amused. Alright, so why would X hide this message in his song if it doesn't even sound like it when you play it backwards? Alright, you know, I'm gonna lighten up the mood with a kind of hilarious one that I found. This song is by the rapper known as Juice WRLD. Or Juice WRLD. Yeah, you know what? Vowels. But anyways, this one is from Juice WRLD's song, Lucid Dreams. So these are the regular lyrics. You made my heart break. You made my heart break. And apparently, if you play that backwards, you get this hilarious subliminal message. Okay, so couple questions. What the hell is a cowman? And second of all, why would Juice WRLD leave subliminal messages of said cowman mooing? I guess this one's worth the vocal test. Yeah, cowman mooing. Yeah, bro, yeah, man mooing. Alright, reverse flippity flop review. Hey. Okay, the beginning was like super dead on though. You made my headache. It is kind of slurry though. But that almost sounds like the original. Are you telling me that maybe Juice WRLD was trying to tell us something about cowmen trying to take over the world? That's a new conspiracy for you. Now, what would a good subliminal message video be without Kanye West? This one is in his song Power with Jay-Z. So here's the part being accused. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. But if you listen to that backwards... Okay, whoa! Really? Kanye West leaving satanic subliminal messages? He believes he's God. Why am I satanic? It's gospel. Duh. Time for Tsetmakov. Nope, that's not a Russian name. That's vocal test backwards. Why am I satanic? It's gospel. Alright, put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Let's review. I'm so sorry. Oops.
Lucid dreaming is awesome because it's a way for you to do and experience whatever you want without any consequences. However, there are 10 things you should avoid in lucid dreams, or you could put yourself in a bad situation. Even though it's a dream, some things you do can affect your real life. 2 years ago, I made a video going over this list. Since it did okay, I thought I'd make an updated, animated version so you could better understand why these things should be avoided and what happens if you do them. Anyways, let's get started. So, in a lucid dream, you might be tempted to, become the imposter. And while you will get away with murder in dreams, there's actually a really good reason why you should avoid it. Dreams only exist in your mind. However, the consequences of killing someone can be very real, because dreams themselves, especially lucid dreams, feel just like real life. If you kill someone in a lucid dream, you may have to deal with the feeling that you just killed someone. Not to mention, every character in your dreams are extensions of yourself. They represent your feelings or emotions in some way. It's like your subconscious mind is speaking directly to you in human form, which is fascinating. Some of my favorite lucid dreams involve having in-depth conversations with these characters, because I learn so much about myself. Now, if you just walk up to one of them and end their life, well, you just lost the opportunity to potentially have an incredible, life-changing conversation. Killing people in dreams is okay within reason. For example, if you're fighting stormtroopers or, whatever, it's fine if you do it that way. But doing it just for the sake of killing people is not good. I could make a whole video on mirrors in dreams because they are extremely mysterious. There is such a wide variety of experiences you could have by looking in a mirror while in a lucid dream. So you might be wondering why I'm telling you not to do it. When you look into a mirror in a lucid dream, there is a risk involved, which is that you will see something unsettling or even outright scary. If this does happen, negative thoughts will enter your mind, and from there the dream will go downhill. It doesn't happen to everyone, but the reason why I tell people to be careful is because it happens to me, and it has turned my dreams into nightmares.
Stay Cordelio close.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hi! What's up, guys?
So in this video, I'll be showing you how I went from this to this in only 4 months. Yeah, you heard me. 4 months. Well, maybe like 9 months. Yeah, probably like 9 months. But before I show you how I went from this to this, let me tell you how it all started. The first time I got dreads was actually in February of 2018, and I grew them to this point. And then I got bored and dyed the whole thing blonde. After a couple of weeks of rocking the blonde, I started to hate it. And cut my dreads off and started over. Yeah, so I grew my afro at this point, and then around December of 2019, I decided to sponge my hair up and twist it up with my fingers, and got this. And then over the months, it grew. And as it grew, I'd have my mom retwist it, so I wouldn't have to go to the hairdresser and waste $100. Well, not waste $100, but they be taxing, man. $100? Come on now. So once in a while, I get my mom to twist my dreads, and they just keep growing, 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 and growing. So I kind of got bored with just the plain black dreads, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to go to the barber and dye the tips. Just dye the tips this time. I didn't want my whole thing blonde. I just wanted the tips blonde, because I know I was probably going to hate it. Turns out they actually came out pretty good. I actually liked them, you know what I'm saying? I was really happy with the results. So now that I'm rocking my dread tips blonde, people have been saying I look like Juice WRLD. Off-brand Juice WRLD. Hi, where's Juice WRLD? Your hair look like Juice WRLD. Bro, who thinks it look like 21 Savage and Juice WRLD? Your hair is like Juice WRLD, and I love it. Thank you. To be honest, his hair looks like Juice WRLD's hair. Nah, you ain't Juice WRLD. You're Waterworld. Oh, you think you're funny, huh? Slut. You do look like Juice WRLD. Shut up. I'm subbed. Oh, my bad. I thought you were Juice WRLD. on Sub Dan Beach. Are we all gonna ignore the fact that this man looks like Juice WRLD's long-lost brother with his hair dyed? You look like my long-lost nutsack. You are just like Juice WRLD. You should be related to him. Juice WRLD twins. You look like Juice WRLD. And why do you sound like Kermit the Frog, bro? People have been saying, oh, he got the Juice WRLD hairstyle. Oh, he look like Juice WRLD. Oh, he's an off-brand Juice WRLD. So, like, I'm starting to guess that everyone thinks that Juice WRLD is the only person with dye tips. So that is pretty much my dreadlock journey. That's how it started, and that's how it's going right now. So as of now,
all rappers can get wild, but some are crazier than others. Even though it's important to protect yourself, some rappers take it a step too far and expose their activities on camera. Here's a look at a few reckless rappers who have gotten themselves into trouble for being careless with a gun. Lil Xan. Lil Xan is a rapper known more for his viral antics than his music. He blew up back in 2018 with the track Betrayed, which quickly went viral thanks to the Cole Bennett directed music video. But his sudden rise to fame also came with a lot of negativity and hate from critics and fans who felt that he didn't truly respect hip-hop culture. This hate reached an extreme after the rapper went to the Revolt TV show on Cloud 9 and said that Tupac was boring. In addition to rating topics like Xanax, net neutrality, Kush, Bitcoin, and sex dolls, Lil Xan gave his opinion on the legendary West Coast rapper Tupac Shakur. When asked about Tupac, Lil Xan rated Pac a 2 out of 10 before shrugging and saying, "It's boring music."
Ooh. It's boring music.
Revolt even had to put up a disclaimer to say that the views and opinions expressed in the video are those of Lil Xan only, so they wouldn't catch any heat on his behalf. The backlash from Lil Xan's comments was pretty immediate. Hip-hop media outlets like Hot 97 and The Breakfast Club clowned the rapper for his opinion. Comedian Michael Rappaport jumped into the conversation to trash the mumble rapper.
Some whack-ass, non-rapping rapper named Lil Xan, Lil Xanax, some pill-popping motherfucker, face tattoo, cornball, no skill, no talent motherfucker said that Tupac's music wasn't interesting.
And Waka Flocka Flame even said that Lil Xan was officially banned from hip-hop over the Tupac comments. Some younger rappers stood up for Lil Xan and said that they never really listened to Tupac that much either because it was before their time, but no one actually went as far as calling the legend boring. The video instantly went viral and Lil Xan caught a lot of hate. It got so bad that at one point, Xan had to be saved by police after being attacked by a mob of angry Tupac fans at a Del Taco in the city of Redlands where he grew up. In the video recorded during the incident, Lil Xan said that the media had twisted his words and that he actually believes Tupac is a legend.
For real, I gotta say something. The media twisted my words. I think Tupac is a legend. Tupac is definitely a legend.
But it's hard to say that the media twisted his words when all they asked him to do was give his opinion. He probably just wasn't aware of the backlash he would get for answering honestly. It got so bad that Lil Xan eventually admitted that it was messing with his mental health. He put out a message on his Instagram story that said, "Mentally not okay. Please pray for me," with a broken heart emoji before deleting his social media. After that, the rapper dropped off the music scene for a while, and it seemed like he was dealing with personal issues. Then, in 2019, TMZ released a video of the rapper getting into a fight with someone who was harassing him in the parking lot of a gas station. It's not clear what started the fight because the video begins while they're already arguing, but the dude recording the video calls Xan a little
Yo, hey, yo, bro. Look at this little Charlie.
Xan starts yelling back, and the guy just tells him to do something then, homie.
Do something then, dog. What the you want, bro? Get the out.
At one point, the guy just says, "Y'all see this shit, right? Look at Lil Xan pulling a gun right now."
Get out. Nah, this motherfucker pulling a gun. Hey, y'all see this shit, right? Look at Lil Xan pulling a gun right now.
Xan was on his way back to his car, but stops to turn around and answer the dude. Sure enough, Lil Xan has a gun in his hand, and he starts pointing it in the guy's direction while telling him to get out. The guy clearly isn't that scared because he just says, "Hey, pull that shit out again, homie."
Look at this motherfucker. Hey, pull that shit out again, homie.
As Lil Xan is getting back in the car, Xan waves the gun back at him from inside the car and calls the guy but doesn't actually do anything intimidating, and eventually the video just ends. The man recording the video was named Anthony Sanchez and had confronted the rapper over his comments about Tupac. Sanchez eventually sued Lil Xan for assault and battery, claiming the rapper inflicted emotional damage on him. Lil Xan posted a message online after the incident, and again blamed the media for trying to twist what happened, and claimed he was only acting in self-defense. It's not clear what the outcome of the lawsuit was, but the Tupac comment was the beginning of the end for Lil Xan's music career. Although he occasionally makes headlines for something crazy like this, the rest of his music can never quite live up to the hype of his breakout single. But if you thought that was crazy, this next rapper pulled out a pistol during a radio interview and pointed it at the host. Boom Gang. Boom Gang, now known as John Gabbana, is a rapper and internet celebrity who got famous for being reckless.
Before venturing into music, the rapper built a massive social media following by going into stores and pretending to purchase an item, only to run away without paying, screaming his signature catchphrase, "Boom gang, whole lot of gang shit."
Boom gang, whole lot of gang shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're up and down in the bit, in the ball, you know what I'm saying? In the ball, you know what I'm saying? Got 100K right now, you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of gang shit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the ball, bitch. Boom gang!
Often, he'd end up destroying the inside of the store and other property in the process. Boom could since turn his life around and decided to focus on more positive endeavors. But for a while, he was one of the most reckless characters on the internet, which is really saying something. But like Lil Xan, after a while, all the negative attention began to affect his mental state. One of the wildest moments during Boom's early days was when he pulled out a gun during a radio interview with Hollywood Unlocked. In January 2018, Boom sat down with hosts Jason Lee, Melissa Ford, and Giovanni Watson to discuss his come-up and viral fame. At one point in the interview, Boom, who's also shirtless and flexing big wads of cash, pulls out his gun and casually points it at the show's creator, Jason Lee. Lee asks Boom if the safety is on, and Boom just replies, whole lot of gang shit.
We're gonna turn it on right now. Hey, is the safety on that thing, man?
Whole lot of gang shit. Lee tells Boom that he doesn't feel comfortable having a gun in the studio, and Boom just responds by saying, want me to bust some shots?
I wouldn't pull the gun out, and I don't feel comfortable having a gun in the studio. You can put it.
Want to bust some shots?
No, not in here.
Boom tells Lee, I'm not gonna shoot you, but points the gun directly at him, which Lee clearly doesn't appreciate. Boom eventually puts the gun down and continues on with the interview, but the hosts are clearly pretty uncomfortable and don't know exactly what to do. At that point, Boom was just a professional meme, so he could afford to wild out even more than the rappers because his entire brand was based on being unpredictable and out of control. But Boom's wild behavior would have plenty of negative consequences as well. During his come-up, he would be arrested twice within a period of 2 months, end up in the hospital after getting shot, and show up at a no-jumper live stream so messed up on drugs that he could barely speak. But after hitting rock bottom, Boom decided to change his life and focus on more positive endeavors. He's given up his career as a social media personality and allegedly become a bricklayer for his uncle's pool company. Pretty wild change for someone who acquired over 5 million followers by committing theft and vandalism for clout. But it seems like he's in a much better mental state and no longer putting himself in life-threatening situations just to please the internet. But if you thought that was crazy, this next rapper and his crew pulled a gun on a security guard after his Range Rover was damaged.
What do you think? Okay, you know, it's giving something.
What'd you do for a Klondike?
Lil TJ. Lil TJ is one of the hottest drill rappers from the Bronx. He's known for his auto-tune singing style and was called the Bronx Justin Bieber in his neighborhood because of his sound. But just because Lil TJ knows how to make an emotional track doesn't mean he's one to play with. A security guard who allegedly damaged the rapper's Range Rover had to learn that lesson the hard way. In an Instagram live video session back in July 2020, the rapper filmed his friends get into an altercation with a security guard outside of a building. One of his boys is shirtless and keeps taunting the guard, who's clearly getting fed up with the disrespect. Lil TJ eventually flips the camera around to show himself with the whole crew, showing about 8 to 10 dudes standing around the white Range Rover. At one point, the security guard has had enough and launches a big metal sign at the dude he was arguing with. The sign misses the target, but hits TJ's white Range Rover and then smashes into the car in front of it. TJ can be heard screaming, "We got poles too," as the rest of his crew circles around the security guard.
Chill out, yeah, we got poles too.
Then, they notice that there's some damage done to the car, which is when they really start bugging out. TJ also tells his friend to chill out because they're on live.
Yo, chill out, more live, Oof. You don't want to have to blow shit up on the live.
But his homies keep circling around the security guard and pushing deeper and deeper into the corner. At one point, you can even see one of his friends with a gun in his hand as he struggles to put it back in the pocket of his sweatpants. TJ can be heard laughing throughout the whole scene. He even says, "You see, this is why you don't f*** with gang in that. We don't play. You'll never know the side of us, bro."
See, this is why you don't f*** with gang, man. We don't play, man. They'll never know this side of us, bro.
He then switches the view of the camera back on himself and says, "But I'm gonna just chill out and not show y'all that," before ending the video.
But I'm gonna just chill out and never show y'all that shit. To be continued.
It's not entirely clear what the security guard did to piss off TJ and his crew. They probably got into an argument over something petty, and they felt like they could mess with him because they outnumbered him 10-1. But the security guard didn't back down, even after a gun was pulled, which is why the situation kept getting crazier. If that wasn't bad enough, just a few months later, TJ would be arrested after the police discovered drugs and guns in the vehicle he was driving in. Back in December 2020, TJ was riding in a car in Brooklyn with 4 other people when they were pulled over for failing to signal while changing lanes. While they were stopped, the cop allegedly smelled weed and decided to search the car. During the search, police found 4 loaded guns and a large amount of weed. No one took possession of the guns or drugs, so they were all arrested for criminal possession of a weapon, marijuana, and grand larceny. Just a few days before that, TJ and his friend were searched by an NYPD officer during a music video shoot. They patted down him and his friend while they were on live, but wouldn't explain why they were being searched. So it seemed like the NYPD had their eye on TJ and were just waiting for him to slip up. The rapper needs to learn to be a bit more careful with how he moves, because the NYPD doesn't mess around when it comes to firearms, and if the rapper is caught with the gun again, he could end up doing some serious time. But if you thought that was wild, this next rapper pulled a gun out in the middle of a Vlad TV interview. GMEBE Bands. GMEBE Bands, also known as Billy the Kid, was a white rapper from Chicago who was allegedly affiliated with the Black Peace Zones. The rapper first gained attention after doing an interview with DJ Vlad alongside 5 other dread-headed Chirac savages, where he broke down his affiliations and background in the streets. In the middle of the interview, he even pulls a pistol out of his pocket to show Vlad and everyone else that he's not playing around. Apparently, when the Vlad TV crew first discovered BMEBE Bands, they posted a video for his song Demons on their website with the title, Next Slim Jesus, white Chicago drill rapper GMEBE Bands. The video shows Bands in a white polo, with a backpack on, going wild with a bunch of other gang members, holding sacks of cash and money. Vlad said that he made that the title because he knew it would get a reaction. But GMEBE Bands clearly wasn't feeling the comparison. For those who don't remember, Slim Jesus was the white drill rapper who came out and said he wasn't actually about that life, just talks about it because it sounded cool. Vance tells Vlad that he's not the next Slim Jesus because he's been out way longer than him. The reason his music didn't go viral is that it's clearly more authentic. He said, "There ain't no foolery, motherfuckers using CO2 guns." As he says this, he even reaches into his own pocket and pulls out an actual pistol to show Vlad he's serious. His friends just laugh as he sticks the gun back into his pocket, and Vlad continues on with the interview like nothing happened.
I ain't blow up because my shit look real and authentic. Not no foolery. Motherfuckers using CO2 guns and shit, boy. Nah, man. Nah. Nah, bro. It ain't like that.
Bands had a quick viral moment with that interview and will go on to rack up millions of plays on tracks like Boss Freestyle and When I Die. But unfortunately, the rapper's life would be tragically cut short after he would be kidnapped and murdered by 2 people that were allegedly his friends. But what the rapper said in the Vlad TV interview is true, that the reason his music didn't get more attention was that there wasn't enough of a gimmick to make it go viral. He had a tight flow and more authentic story that made his music genuine and heartfelt. But unfortunately, he never made it far enough to leave the streets behind for good. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel for more. From Suge Knight criminal history to King Von clowns his dead ops on Twitch, we covered the most insane stories that you need to hear. What?
I'm ready. Be a part of the best superhero film.
I got too much in my mind for me not to use my time wisely. Looking at my eyes, my future always makes my eyes bleed. It's too bright, use my past sunshine, yeah. Telling me,
Family Binks, ongoing what's going on, Binks family? Welcome back to another dreadlock video. Now before we get into the obvious of talking about how bad my dreads look, let me first explain this video. So as you already read, we're going to be doing Juice WRLD's hairstyle today. If you've been watching Juice WRLD long enough, you know that he usually keeps his dreads kind of free-formed and sort of kind of unmaintained. So that's why my hair is starting like this today. Since this week is going to be hot for Juice WRLD's brand, I decided to join the culture and try to do his hairstyle. But anyway, if you guys are ready for doing Juice WRLD's hairstyle today. If you've been watching Juice WRLD long enough, you know that he usually keeps his dreads kind of free-formed and sort of kind of unmaintained. So that's why my hair is starting like
God damn it. Okay. This time it's someone expected. This time it was the drugs he was lacing. All legends falling to make it. Sorry, truth, dying young, like demon you. My mind is foggy, got so confused. We keep on losing the legends to cold world. Coming to the end of the world. Is it coming soon? All legends falling to make it. Side truth, got me young, demon you. Put it in the club. Women in bed 21. And I'm just foggy, the cool cold world.
To lower my bad cholesterol, I take Repatha. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Repatha can cause serious allergic reactions. Signs include trouble breathing or swallowing or swelling of the face. Most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site. Repatha, because you're human.
Always wondering if your home is safe? Giant hassle. But getting a Vivid smart security system? No hassles there. What's up, Troy? All the measuring, all the installing, it's all done for you. Just look at that hassle. Package thieves, lurkers, fortunately for you, a Vivid system makes those hassles run with
Alright, man.
Vivid, nothing but hassle-free, smart security.
If you're ready for Juice WRLD, say hell yeah! Say hell yeah!
Later, fam.
So much money, damn it, I forgot to count. Look at my bank account.
Battery is near empty. Time to recharge.
I do the dash amount. Look at my bank account. Look at the cash amount. I need the cash amount. I should be cashing out. Walking that bitch and I'm fading. I fuck that bitch when I'm fading. I got that cash now. So I made it.
Introducing Quaker Rice Chips. Oh, Chip, that's good.
Please, they're amazing.
So delicious.
Not gonna try, that's the chip.